Do you have any thoughts about where we are in a macro market?
We're certainly a very high level. I think right now what you're seeing is investors flocking to kind of out of these old traditional industries that are getting disrupted and into kind of the new wave economy. There's a lot of noise, I think, going on right now with what's actually leading these growth equities and all equities, frankly, to be trading at these historically high levels. But I don't think it's entirely without warrant, especially with where interest rates are right now, and kind of nobody wants corporate debt. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my take on it.
I guess our big topic of the week is Rocket Lab. We are big fans, and we've grown to really like it and have conviction on it in our portfolio. And I admittedly am not a rocket scientist. I'm not an astrophysicist, but I feel like I know enough to be dangerous in the investing community and the investing world. How did you come to terms with Rocket Lab and developing conviction?
So I've been following Rocket Lab for years now. I've been a huge fan of Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, his channel. He's done interviews with Peter Beck for quite some time. One of the stats I heard from one of Peter Beck's interviews that I listened to is since 2015, they've been tracking 140 different small launch startups, and only one other company has successfully made it to orbit. And none of them have been able to do it, to the reliability level, the low cost level that Rocket Lab has. I think almost everyone would agree that space is going to be a massively growing industry over the next, coming decades. So yeah, of course, SpaceX is the clear leader. So there's going to be plenty of room for a number two. And it seems really clear to me that Rocket Lab is best positioned to kind of be that number two.
He seems like one of those really impressive founders that is dedicating his life to this capability. It's just an incredible story. The more I learn about him personally, and then the more I learn about the company and his vision for it being vertically integrated, offering not just launch services, but they're building satellites. They're trying to figure out the software to manage the orbital satellite stuff. They just bought a company in Denver for $40 million that basically focuses on that. To me, that sounds like a great one-stop shop offering. And if you look at the companies, and the governments that are awarding Rocket Lab contracts right now, that's pretty impressive. We really like the story and the setup for it. At a $6 billion market cap value, it just seems too good to be true to me personally. But we wanted to talk about the Bitcoin ETFs a bit. That opens the door to so many people. So many people, millions of high net worth mom and pop retail investors have been hearing about Bitcoin from their kids or grandkids for so long. Probably they have no idea how to buy it. So there's a lot of advantages, a much bigger audience and distribution capability when it's an ETF, a US ETF. So I think this opens the door to a whole new wave of people that want some exposure to Bitcoin that can now do so with the click of a button.
It will bring in some more interest into the space, and I think it's just kind of one end of a string of recent announcements that's going to kind of continue to open the door towards additional investors getting into the space.